Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the MADLife. We have my sister on today.
Hello.
And what's going to be trippy about this show, if you're not watching it, is our voices are very similar.
Yes, they are.
We've been told our whole life that we have the exact same voice.
We can prank people. We can be like, answer the phone as each other. And
and no one will know. So you're probably going to be confused who's saying what.
That's kind of
So
funny.
before we talk, I have to say, this is Madison. Quote, Mackenzie. No, just
Over
kidding.
and out.
Yeah.
Mackenzie speaking.
And we have a little special guest here, Stella, my sister's little 6-month-old baby. Is it so fun being a mom?
It's so much fun. And she's the chillest baby ever. That's why we think she'll just probably chill through this
She
podcast.
is so chill. Like the whole time she's here, I've had pretty easy babies too, but Stella is like the easiest baby ever. It's so cute. You got lucky.
Cute. I did.
It's so fun seeing my sister be a mom too. Like I know our whole life we wanted to have kids together, and now my youngest, even though our older ones will be a little further apart, our youngest are only within the same year.
Yeah.
So,
and the girls are so cute with her.
yes, like they just want to play with her.
Yeah.
They're not that far off. Like we
No.
just like once they grow up, it'll be about the same.
Yeah. And it'll be so cute because they can like show her things and teach her stuff.
Like the big older cousins.
Yes.
But Mackenzie's like your birth was kind of rough, right?
It was rough. Yeah.
Like when you came home, like it was so hard. My mom had to go help her because her legs like blew up. Has that happened to any of you guys before? Any moms listening?
It was insane. So I Googled it, and apparently it's semi-common. And
oh, okay.
yeah, after the labor, and like I could hardly walk.
I did not know that was a common thing.
I never even
Like
heard of
when
it.
she sent me a picture of her ankle, I thought it was a baby's chubby leg. Like I couldn't tell. It was like such a weird.
It was insane. The proportions.
The proportions, because I was like, wait, that's your leg? It looked like a chubby baby foot. It was so interesting. So you must have just had like all the swelling, like
yeah,
the
it's
fluid.
like the fluid
just,
goes down or something.
That's crazy. So she could not walk.
Yeah.
And TMI, but she tore. I did too with my birth. So I guess we could just talk about how that was hard. You couldn't even sit. And you got this newborn.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy about giving birth. It's like you just went through a major thing, but instead of like a surgery where you go home and relax, it's like you got this baby to take home, and now you got to take care of this baby.
Yeah, you just want to like lay in a dark room and heal.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And Mackenzie also got married last year.
I did.
And you went on the coolest honeymoon ever. Where'd you guys go?
So we went to Greece, we went to Iceland, and we went to Paris and also London.
Do you have a favorite one?
I love them all differently. Iceland is the most peaceful place I've ever been. Like there is a literal energy.
Was that the one where I saw you were just like in the middle of nowhere in this little like, was that an Airbnb or a hotel or what?
It was a hotel. Just
like how do you get to the
hotel.
lobby?
Yeah, no, you just like drive down this path. There's like little sheep and horses and waterfalls.
What?
We pull up. It's this like nice little hotel with little music playing.
No way.
They have like homemade jam and stuff.
You're
and like
kidding.
the music's playing with like the big windows in the mountains. And it's just this lady.
They're probably so happy to have a guest show up.
Yeah, she has like this thick accent. There's like, I don't know, like 10 rooms there.
No
and
way.
we're just
How
like,
did you research before you went, or did you just drive
Joseph
places?
found it.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're just like there, and like it's all quiet. Like you can just like hear the little tea in the morning with the music. Yeah. And she like comes out with her like homemade bread and stuff like
This
that.
is like out of a movie. Like
It
when you see
was,
those
like, out
little
of a
like
movie.
movies where you're in this like, I don't know, just like this little old home. It's like that holiday movie it reminds me of, where they go switch places, and she's in this like really cute, icy, snowy like little town.
Yeah.
But when I saw your post, I could not tell if it was an Airbnb that you found, because it looked like it was like by itself because it was
it's
so
just
little.
this like building just sitting there.
That is so
But
funny.
it was really cute. It kind of felt like
How
IKEA
fun
inside.
that you guys traveled. I've always wanted to travel the world, so it's really
You
cool
definitely
that you did
will.
that.
And we can go places
we
together.
should go somewhere together.
We're going to Italy soon.
Yeah, we
Let's
want
do
to go
that.
to Italy.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Mackenzie, I have to know, because that was a pretty gnarly trip. How much did you guys spend on that trip?
Joseph has the details.
Yeah, I'm like, this must have been like $20,000 trip or more. Like this is.
It was pretty cool to watch. They were traveling all over the places.
Yeah, I always want to go on
We
that.
loved it. It was seriously
That's
heaven.
so fun.
Yeah.
What a fun honeymoon.
I know.
It's funny because I always wanted to travel the world. Before I got married, like I didn't have enough money to travel. And then once we got married and we started having kids, then we couldn't travel because we were having kids. So it was like we never had the opportunity yet to be in the stage of our life where we can go travel.
Your trip to Mexico.
I want
your
to
recent
so bad.
Trip to Mexico.
Mexico's about as far as we'll go because the flight's like a few hours and we can come right back.
Yeah, it's like when you travel like to to Indonesia or something like that, it's a 10-day trip because
Yes.
3 of those days is just travel.
Yeah. So you wanted to make it long, but then you have like 5 kids. You got to hire. You have to like spend thousands of dollars on nannies, and so it ends up
you
being
guys
like
with
way
the
more
5
expensive.
kids.
Yeah. It's a lot.
She's going so hard on eating her feet right now. It's
Stella's like, I'm just gonna eat my
stressing
feet
me
the
out a
whole
little bit.
podcast.
She needs a toy, but
What's so fun about Mackenzie, you guys need to learn more about my family members because we all have such unique connections with each other. So me and Mackenzie, like I feel like our whole childhood we had this like special language. We actually at one time made up our own sign language.
Yeah, and we would we had this like hidden spot on the side of our mom's bed.
Yes, and we had the whole book, like all the words in the alphabet.
We would create worksheets. So we would
Yes.
both invent the language together. We would create worksheets and then test each other
Yes.
on what our new vocabulary
And
is.
then we'd walk around the house and only be like with our hands.
trying to
you
do
can't
the-
if you're on the podcast, you can't see my hand motions if you're just listening in. But we would
Yeah.
do. I don't even remember what the hand motions are, but I remember we'd have like all of our names, like Marissa, and like we'd do all these things.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, "What is actually happening?"
Yeah.
It was clear that you guys like are very close. Like
We
the other night, you
wanted-
guys did that dance. And I'm like, whoa, when did you guys practice that? And it's something you guys have probably known forever, right?
No, we made it up on the spot.
Yeah, so we have this
That's
thing
a
we
lie.
do where you
No,
make it
we
up on the
did.
spot. You look out the corner of your eye and you look forward, but I can see what you're doing like this. And then when you clap, it's the next person's turn to do it, and you
Yeah.
start copying them. So we do that
What?
we've done that our whole life.
We've done that since we were little. We try to improv and make it look like we have a choreographed dance.
We also had our own song. We invented. We every night before bed, we'd work on a new part of a new sentence. We'd add on to it until we had this the cringiest, worst song you can ever imagine.
It's the worst song
And
ever.
we used to sing it for my mom every time a friend would come over to embarrass her.
Yeah,
that
the
her
goal-
daughters were very bad at
Could
stuff.
you sing it for us, please?
The goal was to make it the worst song
Should we
ever.
sing it right now?
No way, dude.
It's the
You
worst
ready?
song.
Listen how weird the song is. Ready to go.
Flower pots are growing, growing through the sun. Wish upon a star. Everybody sung,
with their
even cats and dogs with their hairs and their tails,
swishing through the spares, little tiny houses with pines right up the wall. Don't shed a tear, hush. Now I have a sign on my door that says no boys can come in right now. Come on pillows, get the beat. Come on pillows, run, run, run. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, the colors of the rainbow. After it rains, you'll never see a thing. Da-da, the end.
We would sing that. My mom would be like, "You guys know." Like,
You guys, how awkward. Who stayed during that song or skipped? I'm curious because we might have lost some listeners during that. Sorry,
like,
guys. Sorry for your ears. Please.
Podcast for one short question. Girls dance schedule.
Oh, they're just going to their team in Studio 8.
They're doing team and studio.
Sorry, guys. We have to stop real quick to tell the dance schedule. It's by the dance shop. So my sister and I, we knew that song was bad. Like it was monotone. We tried to make it like as bad as we
Yeah.
could because our purpose was to literally embarrass our mom because whenever friends would come over, she always wanted us to like do cool stuff for them. So we'd be like, we have a song for you. And my mom would be like, no, please don't sing this to my friends. And we would do it anyway.
our mom's not like weird. She wasn't like impress people. She just like, we would do cute dances and like fun stuff.
We
and
just
then-
always would be performing.
Yeah, and we thought it was funny to have a bad performance, like a purposefully bad performance.
It's at from 1 to 3.
3:30.
It is
Yeah.
from 3 to 5.
What?
They're bailing today.
Oh, I feel so bad.
It's okay. She's gonna take them somewhere fun.
There's a rock climbing place there. I'm such an idiot. I can never remember the dance schedule. Hey guys, sorry, I forgot their whole dance schedule. Gosh, I feel so bad. I don't know what I was thinking. My mom just drove my girls 40 minutes to their dance, and it wasn't for 2 more hours. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so me and Mackenzie, like we loved to have like secret language, funny things that we would do. We also made up this entire fake world where it was called the Magic World, and we would know people's names that lived there, the buildings that existed there. We pretended like we almost lived there, but it was all in our head. And then we would tell our brothers that there was a magic world, and we would leave, and how to get there is you'd have to run into the wall full speed. And my brothers would try so hard to get to the magic girl, so Mason would run full speed. He would get like nervous and so stop before the wall. He'd hit it, and we're like, if you stop at all your speed, you will not get through the portal.
I'm so ashamed of
Was that like a Harry Potter
It was like
Yeah.
a Harry
extract?
Potter, yeah.
And so it was so sad because he would try to run and he would like slam his head against the wall, and we're like, you almost made it through the portal.
We're so...
But what we wished so badly is because we created such a world that we wanted it to exist so
We
bad,
wanted it
it
to
would
be
drive us
real.
nuts that there actually wasn't a magic world and that our
Yeah.
thing was fake, and that
Yes.
we begged our mom to create secret doors in our room so that we can like have a tunnel to go somewhere. And we were, our whole childhood, we wanted this to exist so
We're
bad.
very imaginative.
Yes, very imaginative. We'd always be playing Barbies for hours. Like we never left our room, or we'd be drawing for 10 hours straight.
Yep.
And so what's really cool is when we were younger, because we were like that, we never grew out of it.
No.
Like I remember when being a kid and saying, Mackenzie, when I grow up, I'm still gonna play Barbies. Like hold me to it. I'm gonna create a secret room that goes, we're gonna live by each other, and we're gonna have. Remember we say we'd walk to each other's houses through a bridge or underground tunnel to play Barbies when our kids were at school.
Yes.
So obviously we don't do that. But what's funny about it is it kind of trickled into our adulthood. Like we both have all we want to do for our job is creative things.
Yes. Yeah. We're very creative and imaginative. And I feel like for a while it kind of seemed like, oh, this is just for fun. And then as we've gotten older, we actually have gotten more into it.
Yes.
And we're like, we need to make all of our dreams a reality.
Yeah. So when I started having kids, like all I wanted to do, like my goal every single day was to do creative things, like build something creative, which is why I did like the playhouse. Like I take things to like the next level. They need a stage room. Oh, every single toy in the market, they don't even care about it, but I want to own it. Like I wanted to own all the things, draw all the things.
Yeah.
Like my girls love art too. And
Yes.
it's like it's becoming like they're becoming creative and imaginative through how we are. Like they used to draw with you on their iPad when they were 2 years old, remember?
Yes. Uh-huh. And they are still obsessed with it. Like that's how I can motivate them to do things if I'm ever watching them. And I'm like, you can draw on my iPad with me. It's
They
so
love
cute.
it. And now they're becoming like really good artists.
They're very
because
good.
it just naturally became in their life. Like they just love it because they see you doing it. Me and Mackenzie used to be in college together in an art class. We would paint things.
Yeah. I feel like doing art together was a huge part of our childhood. Seriously,
Yeah.
we would make like books together.
That's literally what I
draw
remember.
together.
Every when I was dating Madison in the very beginning, that's all I remember is you guys
Just us drawing together?
You'd be either drawing together, you guys would have these easels set up, and you'd both be painting and you'd
Yes.
focus. And I'd be like, I want to hang out with Madison, but all she wanted to do was sit
All I
there and
wanted to
paint.
do was paint. Me and Mackenzie, like we just loved art, everything. Arts and crafts. I mean, we get it from mom too. She would build like full on piers in our house for church activities
Yeah.
and like a bridge, 7 feet tall bridge.
Yes, our mom is seriously like, I feel like our creativity came from her. She
Yeah.
was very imaginative, and she just created an environment that supported that. And
And I like to create an environment for my kids that support that. So like
Yes.
I'm all about, it doesn't even matter if it's making a mess as long as they're being creative. I'm like all for it. I just
Yeah.
love it. And both of us have like passions to do stuff with it. So it's funny
Yeah.
because ever since I did that playhouse, now I've been reached out to by many people to create a show based off of it. And I've had some interviews. I don't know exactly if that's going to take off or do anything, but it's been fun just, you know, having people recognize that like what's important to me is also, they think is cool too.
yes,
And then
'cause-
you've had, like, you wanted to be, like, do some stuff
Yes.
out of the ordinary, too. Like,
Yeah.
that most people won't even want to touch because it's so hard, right?
Yeah, so my goal, and I'm going to do it, I guess unless I die, but you know what? If I don't, it's happening.
Yes.
And so what I want to do is I'm going to build theme parks someday. So I design theme parks. They're still in the works. It'll probably be, I don't know, 10, 15 year timeline we have going here. But my art company makes studio that I just started it. It's just like
Custom artwork. It's so
custom
pretty.
artwork, just artwork. But the goal with Make Studio is to create these theme parks, and that I love designing and I love creating artwork, but there is a fire in me that creating the environment for people to come through and rides. So going through a ride and planning every single sequence of the ride and everywhere someone can walk through the park, and the entire experience is
So here's what's
everything to
really
me.
cool is my sister. So when she started talking about how she wanted to create a theme park, at first I'm like, how would you even do that? Like the only person that's really created it in a very cool theme park was Walt Disney, right? And me and my sister will sit there and talk about like, why was he the only person on this earth? I mean, I guess Universal Studios a little bit, but it's still very commercial feeling. Like it doesn't feel as like involved as Disneyland, whereas you can't see outside of it buildings because of the way they built it to feel like you're in a storybook.
Yeah, Walt Disney did an incredible job capturing that magic.
Yeah. And so at the beginning, like what it stood for, at the beginning, Disney stood for so many magical things.
Yes.
And I think that there's not a lot of people in this world trying to create magic anymore. Like it almost feels like, okay, Disney did it and everything else is just kind of, no one wants to compete with it, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not even about competing. It's just about creating more things like it.
It's
something
all
magical
different.
where you can go in, and hers ideas, you guys, are even cooler. Like the things, like it's not like you're just like watching the ride. It's like you are part of it and every aspect of, even on the parts in between.
Yeah,
like,
that's a huge part.
You
for
should
me.
see the stuff she has designed. I'm like, can this please exist? Like
I feel
this
the
is
same.
like this doesn't exist in this world, and I want it to exist so bad.
Yes, that's
And it bothers me that no one tries to do it.
I know. And that's the scary thing. So when I had this dream, I was so nervous. I had so many mental blocks. I was like, this is impossible. There's no way. Maybe I could work for Disney, but there's no way I could ever create these things. And it took me a lot of working through things, listening to people who have done hard things, and building up the courage to finally decide I will do this.
Yeah.
And I can. And this is what I want to do. And a lot of like soul searching.
Yep.
And also my husband, Joseph, is the most supportive person ever. And I know with him that we could never fail. And I'm just so excited. And I'm so excited for your ideas.
So bringing up big dreams, because this is like, if this happened, it's like a dream coming true, right?
Yeah.
So I have something that's like a dream that I wish can come true. So when we were being interviewed by some of these casting directors for this new show that I was going to try to do, my manager had a good thought, and she was like, Madison, instead of creating these experiences inside of kids' bedrooms where only that kid is ever going to experience it, what if you created all of these different things that you want to put in kids' rooms into different rooms of a hotel, and it's like a hotel chain. And then every person, when they book the hotel, it's like so family friendly, because even when you go to the hotels at Disney, they don't even feel family friendly. Like the rooms are tiny. You cannot fit a pack and play. Like it is so crammed. It's not made for kids. Like there's nothing that exciting in the room for them to even do. I know it's to go to the park, so you're not really living in the room, but what if the room was the experience?
Yeah.
And then like, instead of traveling to like a state to go to like you're staying somewhere just to go to like the park, you're staying there because the hotel itself is the experience. Like you got like lounge rooms full of cool things. Each room has like interactive stuff. You're in the jungle room, and then you're in the cloud room, and you can book, they want to book all the different rooms every time. And I just want it to happen so bad, because when I'm booking hotels, I'm like, okay, where should we stay? The Hyatt, the Marriott. Like, there's nothing exciting for the kids. Like, they excited to go in the elevator.
There's one hotel like that. There's one hotel like that in Boise, Idaho, called the Anniversary Inn, where every room is a theme, which is kind of gross. And who would want to stay there?
Oh, I've seen that. It's for like honeymooners.
Like it's like honeymoon or something. So like, you know what's going on in there.
I feel like it's kind of like not very bright feeling. I saw some of the photos online.
Well, it's literally 30 years old.
Okay.
I mean, what do you expect?
This one's going to be specifically for families, because like there's not enough things related to families. It drives me nuts. Like even restaurants, like at night, if you want to go to a fun restaurant, what are your options? They like the most someone could think of was Rainforest Cafe. And then besides that, you kind of get
it's like when we go to Tulum, right? Tulum's a perfect example. We go to Ilios, and it's amazing. They have like fire dancers and like the coolest
it's not
vibe
just
and
eating.
experience. The experience has to be
It's an
there.
experience. When you are eating dinner, how fun is it to watch, like to be in an immersive thing? And sometimes will have some stuff for adults, but like why isn't anything catered to kids?
Yeah, why is Rainforest Cafe literally the only restaurant?
Seriously.
And Rainforest Cafe's food is terrible, but they have the best experience.
And they can still do more for the kids. Like besides the little rain show every 20 minutes, like and the one little alligator that doesn't move in the front, and like the one talking tree. Like, come on, guys. Like this is what drives me and my sister nuts, because we're like, there are kids everywhere in this world and there's nothing catered towards them. So we want to be the dream makers for kids. Yes. We know the kid's mind. We never grew out of it. Yep. And we see through their eyes, and we want to create a world for them, and that helps their imagination so that when they grow up, they're creating a new world of it's fostering their imagination growing up, that dreams are true. And then more kids will want to do that and create a world like that. So it doesn't have to be so uniform. It's like, instead of a world that's so serious, it's a world of fun.
Yeah. And even my park ideas are also amazing for adults too. The way that I see creative places and creative experiences is not as an extra thing. So for me, where my passion grew for this is, when I would go on a ride that was extremely immersive, and I had the chance to basically focus on that feeling, that of a different environment, and have something planned out like that. Sorry, my phone. I truly believe that it expands us so much, our mind, our soul, our goals. It actually refreshed me and would rejuvenate me. I could work harder. I could think more clearly. I think that very well designed experiences actually enhance us in every single area of our life. And I think it is so important. I don't view it as an extra thing, and that's a huge goal that I have with my parks, and why I think places like those hotels.
Well, once you start losing your imagination, there's something I heard, it's a chemical where kids have in their brain that you actually lose as you get older. That separates what's reality and what's fake and what's real. But you can kind of almost combine them if you can stay in it a little bit, like imaginative as a person, to where, it's like it is real. It's like reality. It's fake, but it's becoming a reality because it's still existing in a way.
There's this quote. Let me see if I can find it. I love this quote by Albert Einstein.
Mackenzie knows all the good quotes.
Do I? Creativity quote. Okay. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. And so I'm pretty sure that's the exact quote. I feel like it's always hard to just trust.
That's what I live by. I live by like imagination.
It's so important. That's dreams. That's how you make the world a better place. I think that's how you live up to your full potential, even to imagine how you can improve over this next year or what you can accomplish. Imagination is like the light that sets that forward. And so I think it is so important to exercise that muscle, to have places where you can go that promote that and are a positive experience. I think for both of us.
Well, even for adults, like sometimes people are like, we'll find these really cool Airbnbs, like where they're like, I see it in a house on top of a tree. And it's like, everyone wants to go to that one thing because it doesn't exist anymore. Like imagine if as an adult, you wanted an outlet, like say you're stressed and I want to go to this mom town over here that's got these fluffy beds and it moves around and takes you on a little journey and it's closed and you can journal and it's got music. Like what if there was like experiences for adults too, that you can go and I don't know. Like, there's just not a lot that exists besides Disneyland that's out of the world.
So I feel like that's a huge contribution that we want to bring to this world to make the world a better place. And our family is so creative, and I'm so grateful the way that we were raised to bring that creativity to the world. And we also have so much fun. Like, we support each other so well in all of our creative ideas.
Yeah, like, I'll help you with your stuff. You can help me with my hotels. I don't even know how I'm going to even make these things happen, you guys. If you have some connections, comment below. Thank you very much. But like, what if someone here has, like, their uncle's a hotel chain master and he wants to partner up? Or, like, because I think, like, I just want these things to exist so bad.
And that's the thing. We can all do things even if we don't know how to do it. Set your mind to it. And follow us on our journey, because we are going to make our dreams reality. We hope that you enjoy them, and you can follow our journey and
follow your heart.
Okay, Madison with the song. By the way, I like your guys' lyrics, your song, but you got to work on your melodies. I mean,
no, that's why we did it. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be flat and dumb.
Oh, my bad. Told you. I just didn't get it, I guess.
Yeah,
I think I walked out of the room when you guys talked.
It's people like you that ruin fun times.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because you take it serious.
Okay, without said,
dreams do come true. Follow your dreams.
And there's nothing that you can't do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. Before we end the podcast, I have to announce my next winner of my. Where's my phone? Bring out your phone.
How
Tyler.
chill is Stella?
Here's my phone again.
Stella's been
just
chilling
hung
here
out
all
the
day.
entire time.
At the end of every podcast during December, I'm giving away $500 to a commenter. So I'm going to announce the last. I can't believe it's Christmas.
$500.
Wait, is it Christmas this week? No. Yeah, it's Christmas in this next week.
Also, Madison's birthday's coming up.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy, guys.
32.
How?
It makes almost 0 sense how fast time has gone.
I know. Okay, let me find a winner really quick here. So who else is a Sagittarius? Comment below, because Sagittarius are so cool.
I'm
We're
Aries.
like the life of the party. Love to travel. Always trying to be the class clown. Okay, ready? Here is the winner of today's episode. The winner is Angelica Marliza. Thank you for commenting on my podcast. You wrote, "This is such a great episode. I love watching your podcast. Happy holidays. Congratulations. You just won $500. You're the best." Thank you guys for hanging out. Go make a difference. And I will see you on the next MADLife podcast.
Yeah. And everybody subscribe to Madison's podcast. You know, this is a video. This is the video side of it. We're going to have all episodes up very shortly. We're on episode 17 now?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
It's
Keeping
so
it
crazy.
going.
So, and go follow your dreams. Figure out what your dream is and just know that you can make good things happen.
Yes. Think about at the end of your life when you look back at it, the difference between whether you had the courage to follow your dream, even though it's going to be hard, or you didn't. Yeah. Follow your dreams. We all have something amazing to do here.
We'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.